Good evening, everyone. This is a late evening video I'm making. It is 11:25 right now. And I just finished Last Sacrifice by Richelle Mead, the 6th and final book in the Vampire Academy series. Finally, I'm fucking done this. Like, this is the biggest book in the entire series. Like, oh my god, why did you have to make them so freaking fucking long? Like, they just progressively got bigger and bigger as the series went out. And I have to say, it's actually going to be my #1 favorite book of the entire series. And I think I said book 5 was my favorite. That's now moved down to my second favorite. And that's as far as I go because I can't remember the other one. I'm glad to be finally done. Because, like, I have other stuff to get through of my own personal stuff, and I have other stuff here that I've started that I need to finish. But anyway, let me get to this. As far as I can tell, I had no problems with this book. It was a really interesting book. I loved all the intrigue that happened with this because, as you know, one, Lisa and her friends at court were trying to find out who framed Rose for the Queen's murder. And two, Rose and their friends that escaped were trying to find out who was this thing. What does it say? Did it say? Whatever. Rose is like, sorry, I'm tired. So you've got the whole Lisa thing going on, which you see pretty much when Rose goes into Lisa's mind. And then you have the whole thing going on with Rose, and she's doing stuff to help Lisa, and it's finding the illegitimate child of Eric Dragomir, Lisa's father. So that's going on. Like, we've got two mysteries going on, trying to find out who that woman is, and trying to find out who actually murdered it. And there is a big twist in the third to last chapter, and it's a pretty big twist. But, you know, we find out who killed the queen, but it's a really big twist that I didn't really see coming until, like, you know, it's set in there, and it's just, wow. When I'm done, I'm going right to bed, because I'm tired. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, I was pretty much hooked, like, through the entirety of the book, and I kind of didn't want to stop. I had the ability to stop, like, you know, during the first half of the book, and then the second half of the book, I did not want to put it down. There was a lot of stuff, like, information they were finding out, and it was like, I need to continue finding out more information as they're finding out more information. When I first watched the movie, I was like, Lisa is going to be queen, like, if they make a second movie, they're going to make Lisa queen and all that stuff. And in this one, you don't know if she's going to be queen or not. And I'm not going to spoil it, but there is an incredible ending to this point, to this book. It was really great. And I loved the whole spirit thing, like, affecting, like, coming, like, it's going to come to a culmination. It's not really, you know, a surprise or stuff like that, because this is the 6th and final book of the series. And, so Spirit, like, the bad effects finally do something to Rose, and what she does is pretty climactic, but the way in which Richelle sort of describes how it happens, and, like, how it looks and such, it just didn't seem very, like, oh my god, this is just, oh my gosh. If they visually made it, then yeah, maybe it would show how amazing it's supposed to be. The way, like, when Rose is taking the bad spirit away from Lisa and it's building up in her, how it's supposed to explode, and just, I have nothing bad to say about this book. I loved it. I loved the whole, like, plot of the story, the whole storyline. And just like how Victor and Robert come back in the story the way they do, and it's just sort of just adds that bit of like intrigue of like what's gonna happen to our like Rose and Lisa, the fact that Victor and Robert are still like on the run and like could be a very bad potential threat. And you know, when they find the illegitimate child of Eric, it's a real shocker. You don't expect this. I didn't expect it. I did not see this coming. Like, I didn't see it. And just like, I'm reading up to it and it's like, no, that's no way. There's no way that is happening. Or that it... I was shocked, okay? I was shocked when they find out who the illegitimate heir is. Which is really... It's great that they find out, but, you know, just who the person is. It is shocking, though, who it is. And I did not see a... if you've read the previous book, you know there's, like, high sexual tension and stuff going on between Rose and Dimitri, you know, after he's restored. And just a lot of that continues in here, and just I did not expect the outcome that happened in here to happen, but I am so happy it did. If you can guess, pretty sure you can guess what it is, because I am happy. Like, I am just so happy about the end result of this. I wish there was more of Adrian. Like, at the end, I feel sad and sorry for him, and at the same time, it's like, seriously, dude, like, if you really loved her and, like, she did not want you to do those vices, like, you know, the smoking and the drinking so much, like, if you say, like, he loved her, and, like, if you say you love her, you would more than likely give up those things. Like, you would stop doing that stuff. Stuff that's, like, not, like, if it was really, really bad, but it's just bad to your health, like, all over, like, excessive drinking and excessive smoking, like, you know. I believe what Rose says to him, and just, like, I don't know, but I don't want to say much that will, you know, be spoiler, but I can't say much because I did really like it, and it's not like it took me a while, so I don't have, if I was just reading it, I probably would have like it, oh my god, but it was really amazing. I really liked this. As I said, I just, once I got to past the halfway point when I had like 9 chapters left, I just did not put it down. Like, I read 9 chapters in one day. Yeah, I totally recommend reading this, and, you know, yeah, and, like, I do recommend reading the entire series, and also watching the movie. The movie is only of the first book, but it's part of the reason why I started reading this series, is because I really liked the movie, and then when I saw it was based on a book, or, like, you know, the book series, I wanted to read it, and, you know, it did get me hooked. I'm not hooked enough that I want to buy it, or have my aunt buy it for me, but this was a really great read, and just, I do not like book 4, or is it book 3? I think it was book 4. Yeah, I think it was book 4. I can't remember. But I hated that one book. I just hated it. It just... Seriously. But, like, it got better, and it was going great until that book. But then after that book, it got better. In some series, like, that is going to happen. And sometimes you need that to happen. And it's just, like... There's not much you can do. So long as the majority of a series is really great, you could have at least 1, maybe 2, depending on how big the series is. You can have, like, you know, a bad book. So yes, read this. Yes. Blood Promise, right there. Blood Promise. That's what it is. That's the book I did not like. I did not like that book. Oh my god. So yes, I recommend reading this book. I recommend it as a very good book. But definitely you need to read. You should read the previous 5 books, because even though there will be some, like, it will go back and, like, say what this happened, some things from the other previous 5 books, but you would be like, what? That happened? What? When did that happen? Certain people might have that. I know I would if I started reading part of a series. I kind of have in this lovely Carpathian huge series. It's like 22 plus series back here. But I'm going to be starting from the beginning. But all those books you can pretty much read on your own. Like, read on its own. But this is like, you have a cliffhanger at the last, and from book 5. Like, every single book, pretty much, you have like a cliffhanger. Like, except for book 1. Maybe. But pretty much the last, like, 3 books, like Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, and Spirit Bound, those ones would have a cliffhanger. I'm not sure about the first book, and I'm also not sure about book 2, but like 3, 4, 5 definitely had like cliffhangers, so you need to start from the beginning. So yeah, that's this book. I really liked it. A lot of my emotions are very downplayed right now, only because I'm tired, and it was not as climactic as it could have been, but, you know, it ended it on, like, sort of an, like, obvious neutral note, but it was okay. It was, like, whatever. But yes, this was a really great book, and I'm happy to have read it and finally have finished it, because, like, yeah. So yes, that was this book. Now I get to pick up this book again, and I'm still at the beginning. A Knight in Shining Armor by Jude Deveraux. I don't know how you pronounce it. But this is part of a huge series, and this is somewhere like in the middle of the series. I have 2 books from that series, and the other one I have is like farther down the list. I do really not want to read that whole series, just because, like, I have a bunch of other books that need to be read. I've written down and such that need to be read that I've already pre-started that series, and I have some other books behind me that are part of, like, smaller series that are, like, I'll read it, fine, just because it is part of a smaller series, or it's just a duology. So yeah, this was my tired, weird review on Last Sacrifice by Richelle Mead. It's a lovely book. I did very much enjoy reading it, and I am so happy to finish it, because this was just freaking big books. I enjoy certain books, big books, if I enjoy it, but this just, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and you leave comments down below if you've read this series or this book, and just try not to leave spoilers, that's all. And no negativity. We do not need negativity in the world, okay? We want positivity. We want everyone to be happy and positive, and we just, all that stuff. And if this is the first time you're watching my video, hit that red button down there beside my picture to subscribe to more videos for more book reviews, hauls, unboxing, unbagging, because some things come in a bubble wrap manila envelope or a plastic envelope bag thing, vlogmas, random vlogs, and really random videos. Found out that's what I'm doing, because I have random videos, I pop out random vlogs, and I did vlogmas last year, which I'm hoping to do this year. Most likely will. But anyway, I hope you liked this late night video and my tiredness, and I will see you all in my next video. Good night, everyone. Hey, quick additional video. There is something I wanted to add, but I thought of it last night, or like early this morning. But I wish she had summed up a lot of the stuff that happened in this book, like a lot of the bad stuff that happened. Like what happened, like a little more talking with Sydney, because Sydney was in this book, like a little better than what did happen the last time they talked to her, be better if that was summed up a lot better. If they summed up what they did with their friend Jill, because Jill was in this book. Wish they summed that up better. There's a lovely talk between Rose and Adrian, but I wish she and Lisa had talked about him in some fashion about after that conversation, but they never did that. I wish they had talked about wish she had found out how her friend Eddie was doing, because Eddie's another guardian. I just wish Richelle had resolved some of those things and summed them up, because it would have been nice to find out, maybe not all talk about what happened to their friends, and I think she kind of did, but it was a really poor job. That's I'm questioning what happened to her friends and such like that. So, yeah, I just wish she had summed that up better. Yeah. And it's early morning, and I think you could see this pimple that has started, and that's going to be gone soon, because it just formed this morning. I could feel it, so I'm hopefully going to be able to pop it today. So, yes.